What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Movie Emporium's movie review of Beavis and Butt-Head Do the Universe. This film is directed by John Rice and Albert Calleros. So Beavis and Butt-Head are of course back in a new movie. This movie of course sees Beavis and Butt-Head traveling to the ISS space station because they are mistaken, as they usually are, as geniuses. They do something that one of these space astronauts thinks is incredible. So what they do is they mistakenly think that this astronaut's going to score with them, as they usually do. And when they travel to the ISS space station, they cause a lot of problems and are injected into a wormhole. There's a lot of jokes there as well. And somehow find themselves in 2022. And it basically leads them to being suspected as aliens, as basically UFOs, I guess you could say. And so, as these movies do, as Beavis and Butt-Head do, they are mistaken for things. People go after them, including the older version of the particular astronaut. And it's basically about two individuals looking to score, looking to have sex with this astronaut, and the kind of crazy, wacky adventures they go on to get to that route, which include going to a campus, which include, dealing with current racial politics, as well as commentary on the state of America. And it basically is a Mike Judge film, a film about very topical topics, and it involves two idiot characters that are lovable and fun and just do everything you imagine in a Beavis and Butt-Head movie or story. So there's really no ifs, ands, and buts about how iconic Beavis and Butt-Head are. They're right up there with like The Simpsons or Fred Flintstone or anything of that nature, where when you think about MTV, you think about animation, you always gravitate towards a certain type of characters, and Beavis and Butt-Head are those characters because not only are they portraying a very idiotic nature to just stoner culture and stuff like that, and just the idea of like them falling into like a Forrest Gump level of just ridiculousness, but they actually have a lot of theming behind them, which comes straight out from Mike Judge's ideologies and his beliefs. You look at anything he's ever worked with, and including like Office Space, Silicon Valley, King of the Hill, Idiocracy, he has a thing behind it. Yes, he is doing very crude, very just insane nature of stuff when it comes to Beavis and Butt-Head, because it allows him to, push the envelope in a lot of natures and ways outside like Office Space and of course Silicon Valley. But Beavis and Butt-Head have been known to represent just a very interesting look into the American culture. And as the time has gone on, the 20 plus years that Beavis and Butt-Head have been around, you can definitely tell that the way they view the world has not changed, but the world around them has changed, which was what makes this movie so interesting. On top of me being really excited because I love these characters so much, Beavis and Butt-Head Do America, I think is one of the great comedies of the last 20th century. And so with that said, when I found out, we all found out that Mike Judge was going back to the well with Beavis and Butt-Head. He had originally done like a 2 or 3 season series about 10 years ago or whatever, but I honestly thought he was doing another TV series, which he might do. I didn't expect that there would be an announcement for a new movie and then it would release the same month, which is in June of 2022. So that was really exciting, to be fairly honest. I was all for it. The trailer is absolutely incredible. If you've seen my trailer reacts, you know that I laughed my ass off. And that was genuine. I couldn't believe I was watching this. It felt like true Beavis and Butt-Head. It felt like nothing had changed. And so when I got the screener, thank you to Paramount and the people behind that for allowing me to see it early. It's been a long time since I've been this excited to watch a movie, to be fairly honest, to review a movie, because I'm really just ready for this movie. And there's a running joke within my podcast with the Fifth Dimension where we did an episode called Mr. Beavis, and they did a running joke, which was funny, but it is what it is. So with that said, for my review of this movie, this series that is Beavis and Butt-Head has not missed a beat. This is an absolutely entertaining, absolutely hilarious, some of the most crude things you've ever seen in a movie. It's a Beavis and Butt-Head movie. They somehow find themselves in just these crazy scenarios, and how they get themselves out of it. It's really funny how they are misconceived of who they are. People think they're really smart and kind of, these like wonderkin individuals, and really they're just trying to find a way to score. They're trying to get to a specific place, and that makes it for some of the most entertaining type of comedies around, to be fairly honest, when the two characters just kind of fit in a world and they just kind of find themselves just in these situations, and they just somehow they make it out of it. You cannot not love stuff like that. Yeah, it's crude and ridiculous, and the way it plays out, and the fact that you would never see two stoner idiots like this ever figure out a way to do what they do. It's funny. It really is. I was belly laughing. I was tears in my eyes. I was laughing so hard. I was spit taking a lot of times because I, was drinking water, and just, it's a Beavis and Butthead movie. It really is. If you don't like Beavis and Butthead, you're not gonna like this movie. But if you really like Beavis and Butthead, or you have any inkling of enjoying this type of humor and what Mike Judge presents, what can I say? It's a really, really funny movie. I watched it twice, and I could not stop laughing every time. There are scenarios in this movie which are just so ridiculous. They really are. It's one of those properties, one of those films where it feels like you go back as like a younger adult, or you remember watching like Beavis and Butt-Head to America or the TV show, and you just feel right at home. It feels like a comfort blanket. It feels like a way to escape from the ridiculous nature of what's going on in our country and the world and stuff like that. And you just watch two guys or two individuals who make sex jokes and make, all these, like, every time they see something, it's like, they find a way to make it like very humorous, and just, the type of thing where it's very toilet level style of humor. But like I said, the messages that are being presented, which is like what 2022 is being represented, stuff like that. And it is, like I said, once again, Mike Judge's ideology. So everything you've seen on screen, there is a purpose and a place, and there is some things that you might not agree with, but it is doing it in a very like over the top silly thing, which is what he's known for doing. But with that said, there's not really much else to talk about. The set pieces, the humor, everything is there. It feels like I said, once again, they haven't skipped a beat. We have Gary Cole returning, we have David Herman returning, Nick Diamantopoulos, or however you say his last name, I apologize. He is in this. He, of course, worked on Silicon Valley. And, yeah, like I said, it's a Beavis and Butt-Head movie. It has the ideologies of Mike Judge and his crew. And it is something that if you love the series, love the movies, love the TV show, it's for you. If you don't, it's not going to change you. And as we always say, we praise, of course, the great Corn Julio, TP for your butthole, all that good stuff. So anyways, with that said, that is my take on the film that is Beavis and Butt-Head, Do the Universe. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. Do you love Beavis and Butt-Head? If you don't, tell me why. Tell me what your favorite, sketches that they've done, what your favorite, if you love the last movie, all that good stuff. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. And if you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.